You guys, I don't know what happened. Didn't it do that to me like last week or something? Thank God I noticed it right away this time. I feel like last time I was like on here for a minute before I even realized that it happened. But someone just wrote it on my studio, so I'm going to let them know that we're back on. Go to new live. I don't know why that happened. It happened that last time too. Maybe Streamlabs was just jealous that all these people were coming to support. I'm just kidding. But let's see. What the heck, you guys? That's so annoying. How can I let everybody know? Oh, we'll see what happens. I'm telling everyone in chat, so hopefully you come. Hi, Truth. Truth, how can we tell people? I don't know what happened. That's so like rude that Streamlabs does that. But how do I let people know? Let me see. Thor, come here. You're gonna have to wait a second. Because I don't know. There's still 31 people in that chat. Will you go in that chat real quick and tell them? Because I don't know if they're not getting my message. But there's still 31 people over there. Come over here. You guys, come to my chat over here. Come over. I am so annoyed. We had such a good thing going on. Why did they do that? I don't think it's letting me go in chat anymore, is it? Hopefully everybody got the message. Maybe I should post it too. Post. Ah, I got dropped. I don't know why. Come to my new live right now. And does that sound like I'm being bossy? Because I'm not. All right, let's see if people find it. That is so rude. Who does that? YouTube. We had like a good thing going. I swear, YouTube just isn't loving me. And then look, wait, that's so funny. I know that I'm just bitching, but I got, remember I said I went down to, oh no, wait. Oh, sorry. I got more. I almost said, remember I said I was, thank you guys. I got like 12 just in the tonight stream. I love you guys. Cuff you. See how you put that link in the comments earlier? I could see it on my analytics. Is there any way we can like post this one somewhere? I see that people are starting to come in, but that's pretty shitty that it did that. I don't like that. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm just giving it a second for people to come in. Maybe I put one of her videos on while we're, I don't know why it did that. Like, I have access to the files just like anybody else would. So I don't think it was that. Thank you, Cuff You. I knew you would. You did. Thank you, Harlot. Thank you, you guys. I don't know why it did that. That's so annoying. Like, what the heck? But I'm going to put on, let's see, which one should I put on? Oh, I know what I could put on real quick. I want to put on that audio for you guys. Wait till you guys hear this audio. It's something else. Maybe I should wait for a minute for this one. No, I'll put it on. Who cares? I'm just going to put it on. But this is the one where I think she like says that she is pregnant or something, or not pregnant rather. So that just says to me that at some point when she first gets arrested, that she is in fear that she could be pregnant. I was like, wait, what? Like, what did they have sex once? Like, how long were they together even that long? At the hotel? I'm not being like sarcastic. I'm really asking. I don't know if anybody knows. Like, I can't remember if it was like a day thing. Was it like a days? Like, I just can't remember. So I'm not really sure. but I don't remember it being that long. Now I know obviously you can get pregnant right away. Fun fact. Oh no, I'm afraid to hear this fun fact. Um, I want you guys to see this video. Where are you? Oh my gosh, I almost put on the one where she was like half naked and but I don't have the thing on it. Like I have it on there, but on this one, like I almost clicked on the wrong one is what I'm saying. But let's see. Come on, please work. Okay, now it's coming up. Hold on. Let's see. Oh no, this is the one we just watched. No, thank you. We're done with that. Cut. Not watching that one. It's right here. I clicked on the wrong one again. All right, please work. Because that's annoying if you don't. Or I guess I could just upload it. Duh. Let's try this. If not, I'll just put it on from the regular file. Either way, it'll work. We'll figure it out. All right, it says it's uploaded. If not, like I said, I'm just going to upload it this way. And we'll say forget CapCut. I think I'm just going to do that. Let me forget. There's no reason for me to put this on. And maybe that'll make it go faster too. We'll see. Watch, it's going to come on as soon as I shut it off. But it's okay because I have it right here. So I just have to hit share. Okay, so we are going to share media player, share, and now I just have to add it to the screen. And here we go. Now I just have to hit play. Okay, so guys, listen up on this one. Again, trigger warning. Thank you everyone for coming back in. I have no idea what happened or why that happened. I didn't do anything. I didn't like click anything. I didn't trip on anything. I have no idea what happened. Thank you guys for coming over here. I'm so appreciative that some of you were able to figure out that we were over here. I hate that there's going to be some people that don't get the message, but hopefully they'll see that we're over here and they come over. But thank you guys. All right, Explore Core, you're going to need more than that emoji. Just wait. Ready for this one, you guys? Oh my God. Okay, put on your earmuffs if not, because this is much. Oh, hold on, Thor, I'm coming. All right, here we go.
Conferences that's where the real work begins of just figuring out what our defense is, what our plan is, and now that things are more defined, my lawyer said that we know which defense we're going to go with. We know we have a plan because, like I was telling you before, I have a lot of memory loss. And so I don't remember everything that happened. And they had showed the evidence, and the evidence was bad. It was in the form of text messages. Right. And so, anyway, now it's found over for trial, so we have to go to trial. And basically, what my lawyer is looking at is the charge of manslaughter, which there's a penalty of 15 years maximum. But most likely I wouldn't get that much time because I didn't do the actual kill or anything.
Okay. Did you guys hear what she said? She just said that they're going to try to get me for manslaughter, but that I won't have to do as much time. It'll be maybe 15 years, but I don't have to do as much time because I didn't do the actual kill.
Years maximum. But most likely I wouldn't get that much time because I didn't do the actual kill or anything. That I was just kind of aiding it rather than being the one that exactly.
Are there subtitles? Let's see. On the CapCut one there was. So listen, so I cut out a lot of the stuff that you can't understand. So you'll see in a second. You'll see. So all she's saying here is about her sister. And when I have to, I'll cut in and tell you what she said. I do have the subtitles, but it's not coming up on my CapCut. So that's why I just made an executive decision and put it on my media player. But I get that. I am going to upload it later with the with like pictures and the captions. Okay. So she's talking about Nick right now. Okay. So she's talking to the aunt, and this is the aunt. This is the sister of the mother. So this is Dee Dee's sister.
cheat on me, and
She
that
like
he
gets
was
all mad.
talking to his best friend about it, and then for me it was I was on I had taken like 2 Ambiens because mom was giving me her medicine too, and I have a bad reaction to Ambien.
Not gonna hurt nobody's feelings if you want to just leave her where she's at. Don't try to be like over there because on the video she said she didn't want to be coming back to Louisiana.
All right, so I listened to this enough times to know what she just said. She's telling her that she's not going to hurt anybody's feelings if she decides that she doesn't want to go through with the trial, that they understand that if she wants to plead, that everybody's okay with that. And then she jumps right into that her mother never wanted to come back to Louisiana.
I know she wants to get away from Louisiana, and I'm not really sure why.
Well, because she got
Is it? It's Rod's sister, Celeste. Okay, so it's the sister-in-law. Gotcha. Thank you so much for correcting that.
Everybody figured it out. Everybody figured it out.
The volume?
I don't understand what's so bad about the family. I mean, I can understand how things got
All her life. They asked me, were you close to her? No. Were you close to her when she was dating? No. Were you close to her when she was an adult? No. We didn't like her because she was so mean. You know, she was different. She always wanted to be with Monty. Well, you know what? Now you're dead. You're dead. But she's cremated. Where she's cremated, like I said, if she's going to leave her there, we'll leave her there.
Okay, so, and I'll rewind a little bit. Hopefully you can hear it better now. She says, Explore Court, can you hear it a little bit better? Hopefully you can, but I did turn it up, and I turned it up. This is the thing. It was so low, you guys, that I heard this before, but didn't understand what it was saying. So I did put it on CapCut, and this like right here is already done to where I put the volume all the way up to 20 type thing. But could you imagine how low it was before? And this aunt, I had to listen to this like 55 times to understand what was happening. And I cut out most of it, you guys. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So let me just back that up a tiny bit so you could hear what she says again. She literally says, but she's dead now and she's cremated. Okay? Almost like the witch is dead. Wait here.
And I have a bad reaction to Ambien.
Not going to hurt nobody's feelings if you want to just leave her where she's at. Don't try to be like over there because on the video she said she didn't want to be coming back to Louisiana.
I know she wants to get away from Louisiana, and I'm not really sure why.
Well, because she's that way. Everybody figured her out.
Everybody figured her out.
Because I'm like, I don't understand what's so bad about the family. I mean, I can understand how things got
all her life. They asked me, were you close to her? No. Were you close to her when she was dating? No. Were you close to her when she was an adult? No. We didn't like her because she was so mean. You know, she was different. She always wanted to be with Monty. Well, you know what? Now you're dead. You're dead. But she's cremated. Where she's cremated, like I said, if she's going to leave her there, we'll leave her there.
Girl, guys, what? She literally says, wow. She says that she's dead. If we want to leave her there, just leave her there. Okay, so this is the deal. One of the things that I realize is when it comes to like abusive stuff, I want you guys to take notice that, you know, like when somebody, right, Explore Court, you know, when somebody talks bad about like the person that's mean to you, and it's like you could talk mean about them, but you don't want other people to talk mean about them. I feel like that's what's happening right here. So Gypsy's going to get very defensive and be like, look, like I know she wasn't a good person, but like you didn't like her, but I did love my mom. Like she starts to get like defensive of the mom, and like she just wants to know, why didn't my mom, like what was it about the family that my mom was trying to get away from? And she just says here that we figured her out. But she literally says, like, you know, you didn't like her as a kid, you didn't like her and I think Gypsy gets a little bit upset by that, because I think the aunt didn't like her in all those ways, not necessarily Gypsy. Right?
She's cremated, where she's cremated, like I said, if she's going to to leave her there, we'll leave her there.
Well, I don't want to leave her there because for me, it's a different point of view to each person. And for me, yes, I did love my mom. And yes, I know that y'all weren't close as kids, or you talk about how, you and Sandra were more closer together, and she was kind of felt like a third wheel. And, I know that she was different and didn't quite fit in, but it's like, she's still your sister, and she's still my mom.
See, that's what confused me. She said she's still y'all's sister. So maybe that's what she meant, like sister-in-law. And she says, but she's still my mom. And I don't know if you guys caught this, but she says that her mom felt like she was the third wheel always. So I guess maybe it is the sister-in-law, right? Because it would be the brother and the sister-in-law, and the mom would feel like a third wheel, and that she was different and that she didn't quite fit in, which I thought was interesting because I always talk about projection over here, right? And is Gypsy projecting in that moment by saying that she doesn't fit in and that she always feels like, a third wheel just when she's with other people? I don't know if that is, but it's just something I pick up on.
And just honestly know that I was desperate. I was desperate to get him.
I believe you.
I guess my thing is, if you can walk and you're desperate to get away, I mean, but then again, I know what abuse is like. And I talked about my friend and the priest and people said that about him, and shame on them for doing that. So shame on me for saying that, because I do know that there's a lot of grooming behaviors and there's a lot of coercive control and financial control and all the controls. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot going on. Let's see. My friend against her horrible boyfriend. And then Rod's family didn't like Dee Dee because she took Rod back to court on a few occasions because he didn't pay his child support or alimony. If she's talking to Celeste, she's Rod's sister. She could be talking. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. That was such good information. So now this next part, you guys, it gets even, wait till you guys hear what comes up next.
Oh yeah, they got those pictures. He was posing with the knives and all, like
Okay, so this next part, I lied. This next part, it's the part after this that's like, oh my gosh. This next part is just real quick about the pictures. It comes up again.
They have that all over the internet. 3 different poses. One have a knife by your tongue, one by your booty, and it's like everybody's thinking like, well, is she a tooth cycle killer?
No, it was a Halloween costume. I mean, it was the picture.
Huh?
I took the picture, and it was like October that I took them pictures, but posted like more into May. And I'm like, if you ever seen the comic book Batman, well,
I noticed what Hunter, you right away when you was dressing out.
yeah, and the character is called Harley Quinn. It's the Joker's girlfriend.
That's exactly what Hunter said.
Yeah.
Hunter, my grandson, he knew right away.
Exactly. But they used that against me in court, and I'm like, I'm just kidding me. Also, pictures of me as a princess and different stuff like this. They picture me of them.
But Pastor, I was thinking, if these people over there knew you could walk, why are they making it sound so bad to us? Like, like, wow, y'all knew she could walk and y'all didn't let nobody go by, y'all didn't try to do anything about it. It's like, y'all don't understand. Every time we try to call, because we're deciding when it comes to Christmas, every time we was down on coming, she give a call first. It might be the hospital, it might be a clinic.
Okay, so this is what she's saying, and I will rewind it again because we don't have the things on there, but I listened to it enough times to know what she's saying. So she's going to say, if everybody knew that you couldn't walk, why didn't anybody say it, or why didn't somebody say something? And then she says, so she now asks, and she asks hard questions right now, and she literally asks Gypsy, and wait till you hear what Gypsy says to her. But she says that, now I know that every time we wanted to come over there, now it makes sense. We never knew if we could just come over there. We weren't allowed to just come over there, and we never knew if you were at the hospital or if you were at a clinic. That's what she was saying. So listen again.
But Pastor, I was thinking, if these people over there knew you could walk, why are they making it sound so bad to us? Like, like, wow, y'all knew she could walk and y'all didn't let nobody go by, y'all didn't try to do anything about it. It's like, y'all don't understand. Every time we try to call, because we're deciding when it comes to Christmas, every person was planning on coming, she said, well, call first. You might be at the hospital, might be at clinic, and then I had
Hi,
to go to the
Melissa.
house and it was all painted black. I noticed that. People making such a big thing about it. I mean, wow. The house was pissed. I mean, truth is tough.
I didn't even know anyone knew. That's the thing. My lawyer said that one of the neighbors knew, and I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They figured it out. So I don't even know.
You remember Turtle?
Yeah.
Mama Spring Turtle?
Yeah, of course.
She called me last night. She's been talking to a TV station or something, and they made the call to say that your name was spelled wrong. Her daughter, what's her daughter's name? Hannah? Is it Hannah?
Okay.
Her daughter's name? I don't know. She's from Canada.
Okay, I haven't seen Turtle since I've been little. I mean, real little.
I know. I mean, there's a people on the internet. Turtle says she.
Did anybody notice that at first she says, do you remember your mom's friend Turtle? And she's like, yeah, I remember Turtle. And then she's like, well, Turtle's been talking about you and the thing. And she's like, I haven't seen Turtle since I was a little kid.
Swear that you wearing that dress because your mama served in her wedding.
Right.
She could swear that you in that dress, and somebody's trying to say that you was wearing that dress because you was in dance. And she didn't walk. I wanted her to dance.
Oh my God. They said that somebody said that she was in that. Did anybody hear that? She said that oh my gosh. So the aunt seems a little bit bitter by the fact that nobody told her that she could walk. And I understand that, like, not for nothing, but if you were able to walk and, you know what I mean? Like, the aunt probably feels duped or whatever, just like, anybody would. So this is just interesting to me because the aunt's like literally calling her out on it. And instead of being like, I'm sorry or whatever, she's literally saying, like, I didn't know that nobody knew. Like, what? I don't know.
So, I don't know.
It's just crazy.
It is. Like I said, you're going to be 20.
I got it.
Yeah, tomorrow.
On Monday, you're the old lady.
Oh, you know.
Yeah, might get to see you then.
Well, you know that my mom was only lying about my age. She was lying about hers too, you know.
Now she's 48.
Because
She was born in 67. We have a birth certificate.
saying that she was born in 1975.
Okay, so do you guys notice here? She says, so not only was she lying about my age, she was lying about her age. So Gypsy puts this in on the mom by making it like the mom's the one that lied about her age. So like she didn't know that how old she was because the mom told her that she was a different age. Do you guys believe that? Because I feel like she tells Nick or whatever that she knows how, but then she also tells Nick she's 18 at one point, but I feel like she knew how old she was. Right. And the mom wasn't just lying by like 2 years. It was by like a lot. The mom tried to say that she was born in 1975. Wait, she just said my mom would say 1975. I was born in 1978 and I'm 47. So that would make her even older. So I don't know. I think she's got her years mixed up.
Might get to see you then.
I agree. She knew how old she was.
Well, you know that my mom was only lying about my age. She was lying about hers too, you know.
Well, she's 48. She was born in 67. We have a birth certificate.
She was saying that she was born in 1975.
Oh.
Oh, yes, Mom.
And my younger sister, so of course you would know.
No.
Wait, I'm so confused. Oh, guess what? Because this isn't the year. I think this was done in 2016 maybe or 17. When was it? I have to look it up. But I have to add that too. So that I guess that does make sense. I take that back. So I get what you're saying. Dee Dee was born in 67. There's no proof Dee Dee ever abused Gypsy, but there is proof that Gypsy abused Dee Dee. So let me tell you what that means, you guys, just in case anybody doesn't know. Hi, Demi. Just in case anybody doesn't know, I don't know if you guys remember, but Gypsy has like come out with that she shot Dee Dee with a BB gun years prior to this. So, like in a rage, she shoots Dee Dee with a BB gun, and she even says, "Yeah, she was almost 24, right?" And she even says that she did. Like, I watched a video where she says she didn't know that it was a BB gun. It might have been Dr. Phil or something. And so, like, in other words, she was giving you the idea that she was being so like held back by Dee Dee and so abused by Dee Dee that she was willing to take Dee Dee's life with this BB gun. And then I watched something like later, like years later, where she says that it was a BB gun and that she knew it was a BB gun. So that's what I mean. There's so many things that like I've personally been like, I can clearly remember something totally different. And it's happened on more than one occasion. So I'm like, if the person can lie about that, like what else are they lying about?
Yeah, she was born the same year as my husband. My husband's 47, November he turns 48.
Wow. Well,
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's still fine.
I hear the news, or at least the news portion of where they showed me in court with the paparazzi.
What, David?
Did you see the news coverage on, it's a TV station here, but it's called KY3.com. The news had reported me in court, and it shows me crying. That was my reaction whenever
that's the one I saw.
That's my reaction.
Yeah.
That's my reaction whenever they were showing pictures.
Listen to this.
So they showed all kinds of pictures. I mean, because she was stopped 12 times.
So she tells her, you guys listen up here. So the aunt tells her, they said that she was 12 times. And Gypsy says 12. Listen to this again.
The news had reported me in court, and it shows me crying. That was my reaction whenever
that's the one I saw.
That's my reaction.
Yeah.
That's my reaction whenever they were showing pictures.
Yeah, before they showed all kinds of pictures. I mean, because she was stopped 12 times. 12 times.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Yep. So I mean, and it's like when it's like, I just keep thinking about how that.
This is the thing, you guys. How could she say that she didn't even know that? Wasn't she at the same court that the aunt was at? And the aunt's about to say here, so the aunt talks crap about the mom in the video that we just listened to. But listen here, the aunt actually sounds a little, like you'll see. Listen.
12 times.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
Yep. So I mean, and it's like when it's like, I just keep thinking about how that must have felt. That must have been horrible.
I wasn't even in the room. I was in the bathroom, and
they said that you gave him the gloves and you gave him the pipe.
I don't even remember that part.
Yeah.
And it's like, I do remember some of it, but it was a big blur. And that's the hardest part, is trying to tell the truth and having a nightmare after that kind of makes real truth.
In the house, it said it's trying to paint a really ugly picture because it said you stayed in the house till the next morning. So you'll stay in the house with the body.
That's not
true.
true.
The next morning, y'all went from motel, from the house, then y'all went to Walmart. So y'all went to Walmart, then y'all caught a bus to wherever y'all was going, and the mama picked y'all up.
Then that's the part's true, but it's like, some of it's true, some of it's not.
Have you guys heard this yet? Because I didn't remember hearing this yet. And I think I had to listen to this quite a few times. So what she's saying here is the aunt saying that they're saying that you and him stayed in there all night until the next morning with the body. And she's like, no, we didn't. And she's like, well, that's what they're saying. And then they said that you went to the hotel. And then they would said that you went to Walmart or whatever. And she's like, all of that stuff's true. She's like, but it's not true. What they said about like them staying there overnight. So she does get a little bit defensive about that. But the aunt says that she can't stop thinking about how bad that must have hurt.
No,
I haven't heard either.
that's not true.
The next morning, you went from hotel, from the house, then you went to Walmart. So after you went to Walmart, then you caught a bus. Wherever y'all was going, and the mama picked y'all up.
The last part's true, but it's like some of it's true, some of it's not. It's like crazy. And the things that people are trying to make up, they're like, I met Nick on a Christian dating website. And my mom didn't know I was on the website because, she would never let me date. So anyway, I know
she would have dated from his ticket.
And anyway, so I went off to try to find a boyfriend on my own on the internet. And I thought a Christian site would be the best,
No, he was on the other side. No, and I work for some people, but some people it don't. And you got the bad one.
I got the girl.
If you would have ran away, on your own, then the whole world would have been looking for you.
Right.
Like me and Nanny was saying today, and Dora. The worst thing about this, and Tiffany was saying it too. The worst thing about this is that you catch all the heat.
I'm catching heat, but my lawyer says that there are supporters out there too.
Yeah, they got some good ones and they got some bad ones. Some that you need to be fried, put in the electric chair, but that's not gonna happen. I mean, no. And then they saying that you should have good support from this family, but they're not understanding how come we never went. They don't understand. We have to work.
Right.
There's nothing we can do. You gotta have the financial capability to do this. We don't.
Right.
I would have been on a plane in a heartbeat. I don't have that. Nanny don't have that money, baby.
I don't know honey.
Okay, so she calls herself Nanny here. She says, if I could have, I would have jumped on a plane and came to see you. I think she's feeling guilty because it seems like during the trial, they do talk about how the dad and like the dad side of the family didn't get to see her as much and that they didn't come see her. And I guess they brought up the stuff about the child support and stuff like that. Gypsy's more concerned about her reputation than what happened to her mom. 1,000%. I totally agree with that. 1,000%. Even when she says, have you seen me on the news? So yes, I think so too. She also says, it's funny you say that because there's only a couple more minutes left in here, but like I said, this was really long, you guys, and I cut out all the like stuff where there was nothing or where the aunt was like blah, 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 and like you couldn't hear and like it was inaudible. I took that stuff out and I kept only the things that we can hear, and there's just like doozies all the way through. I'm gonna have to repost it so that people could listen to it just straight through.
Really?
No, nobody. They started saying, well, what about the cruises? Why don't you have expensive toys? Yeah, they do. I don't. Well, tell y'all what, I said we had to voluntarily surrender our body a year ago. Now what? The kids, they go on and on. They don't want to hear nothing. They think they know better than us. They was there.
She's saying that people are complaining that, saying, well, you've been on a cruise and you got a new car. And she's saying, I don't have a new car. And then she said, and that cruise was a year ago. I'm like, because I haven't been on a vacation in years. She's like, that was last year. I was like, what? But
a lot of people do you eat meat? I do.
Yeah.
do you eat
I
meat?
like cheeseburgers.
Awesome. And she was vegetarian, her, so safe, but
I like cheese
Was the mom really a vegetarian?
burgers.
somebody asked me if she was eating. They asked me to ask if she was eating, and I don't even know who asked me that. She was pointing out if she was eating. I said, eat protein, eat your meat, drink your milk. I mean, you went through a big turmoil in your life.
She just said that everybody was asking her about eating meat because Dee Dee didn't eat meat. And Gypsy says, no, I eat meat. I like cheeseburgers. And she said, oh, thank God, because that's where you get protein. You get protein from your meat and your cheeses. So you have to make sure you eat your protein.
Drink coffee. I don't care. Drink a lot of coffee.
Drink
I am
coffee.
drinking a lot of coffee. That's the one thing And what that is you can order coffee, cookies, candy, things like that. And over here, coffee is the big thing because it keeps you up all night so you can sleep all day, so it makes the time go faster. And it makes you have
Lord. So nobody's picking on you.
There were two girls, or two women that was, but I told the park officer and they made it stop.
Yeah. Oh, well. But look, if you ever call me and I don't accept to see you because I don't have any money at the time, but I know how to reload. But I said I had $17, but I'm talking to you now because the other day said 23, so it's not going to cost that much. But I'll try. If you don't think I just don't want to talk to you, just understand that it's, try another time and thousands because I get to get inside and then sometimes it's like check to check, but I gotta make sure it gets loaded. You got my baby?
I understand it's not a problem.
And don't call Tiffany because Tiffany was sick yesterday, and I have to go.
Okay, wait, hold on. So you guys have to listen to this. She says that she only has $17 right now on her card, and that's why she's talking to her now because she can. And then she says, so if you have to call me. She said, but don't call Tiffany because Tiffany was sick and da-da-da. But wait till you hear it. I was like, oh, what happened to Tiffany? And then when I was listening for like the fourth time, I realized Tiffany had a hangover.
Not that much. But I'll try. If you don't think I just don't want to talk to you, just understand that it's, try another time and thousands because I get paid on Friday and then sometimes it's like check to check, but I gotta make sure it gets loaded. You got my baby?
I understand it's not a problem.
And don't call Tiffany because Tiffany was sick yesterday, and I had to go cook and clean for her after work. And then today, her back is giving her trouble. She has a headache. She had diarrhea. She's going to put on my hemorrhoids. She said, that's gross.
She had diarrhea.
She got some medicine, and I gave it to her, and then knocked her out. She was texting me, and I told her, I said, it didn't look like she drank one case of beer, and she's fighting like she would have drank 2 cases of beer.
Oh, my God.
Hey, every time I pull them up, and that's what they give me, so I don't know if it's a full muscle she has or what, but she's sleeping.
Well, the funniest thing is the one good thing about all of this is I'm like, I realize that I'm legal drinking age.
Was there a parade?
Okay, so that's how it is.
It's poison. It's poison. If you never did, you don't want it. You don't want to get started. It's poison.
So it's so funny though that you just said that about the she ate at restaurants in Cape Cod and drank a cocktail. So much for Dee Dee being a monster. Watch the video. I think I know what video you're talking about. I think it's the one where they're at a parade or something like that, and Gigi's in the chair, and Dee Dee I think is pushing her, and then at one point she's like videoing Dee Dee, and Dee Dee's like laughing, and she's like going like no, and then I think if that's the one you're talking about, I agree. I definitely think I saw that. However, over here, she's hold on, what was she?
Completely to become an alcoholic.
Oh, that's what it was. So it's funny you say that about her drinking something because she just tells her aunt here that she can't wait till she gets out of there soon so that she could go have a drink because she didn't even realize, she is 21 and didn't even realize it yet. She's like, and I just want to go get drunk at least once. And the aunt's trying to tell her, don't even start it because it's the devil, like it's poison. She just wants 3. She said, I just want 1 or like 3 cocktail beverages.
Wow.
Maybe go to
Bourbon Street.
Lord, they got you something to celebrate us. You might have to do that when you smoke.
Okay. That was that one. So, and then they hang up. But I thought that was interesting as well. So hold on, let me take that one down. Let me close that window. Put my mic back where it was. Hopefully that was loud enough for you guys and everybody heard it nice and loud. How's everybody hanging in over here? You guys good? Everybody good? So the next thing I have for you guys, let me show you what I have and then you guys tell me what you want to do. Because there's like so much here that this is like a multiple live thing. But let's look and see what we have here. So let me go to the video drive real quick and show you this. Okay. On the video drive, what do we have here? What do we have here? Let's see. Come on. Oh, it's right here, though. What's this one? Let's see. Okay, this one's happy birthday to my love. Oh, wait.
Today is the most amazing day of the year because it is your special day. And I hope you have the most perfect day. I hope everything goes the way you want it to. I hope you eat everything you want, drink everything you want.
I'm going to skip through this one. I watched this one and...
Together.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay, so she goes from... Oh, that's right. She does a video for him. That's right. All right. So she does a video for him, but she's only outside for a few minutes. And then it shows she picks it up in the car. But look, she goes from like the wig and everything there. And then I think she puts the glasses
I will never, ever stop loving you. Hey, baby. As you can see, I've changed again.
Okay, so she not only changed, she took her hair thing off. She has her glasses on and her pitch is a lot higher. And her clothes look like see like the puffy sleeve here. She's 20, you guys, 20 or 21.
And I look more and more like a 13-year-old, as you can tell.
Oh my God, she's saying the 13-year-old again. What is that about?
I have a lot of clothes that look like a 13-year-old. I'm wearing like a Hello Kitty little dress.
What is up with predators wearing Hello Kitty? Allegedly.
But anyway, I don't want to talk about me. I want to talk about you. Like I was saying before, I have so many reasons to love and adore you, and I find that you are intriguing, and I don't know what I'd ever do without you. Like I said before I met you, I only went on the dating site to kind of see what was out there. I wasn't actually expecting to find my soulmate. Before I met you, I had plans to become a nun, and I didn't know.
Did anybody hear this? I haven't heard this. She had plans to become a nun. Why don't I remember this? Yeah, the Hello Kitty again, Barb. Hi, Barb. The Hello Kitty again, right? What is what?
That's what I wanted to do with my life, or if I wanted to see if I could find my soulmate. So I took a chance, and I met the most wonderful man I've ever known. That's you, of course. And I'm just...
If you have to tell somebody who it is that you're talking about, probably not a good sign, you guys. Probably not a good sign, right?
So happy that we're together and that we're happy. And I know we've had fights and arguments, but we've made it through with flying colors. And
what could they have the fight about?
I've come to love and adore every part of you, and I know that you love and adore every part of me. And I'm happy that we can be honest with each other and tell each other anything, and we don't have to worry about keeping up appearances or whatever. You'll always be my handsome prince, and I know that I will always be your beautiful princess.
Oh my gosh.
I think that our future together will be bright and happy, and I think that together we can plan this out so perfectly, so whenever we meet, it all just falls into place. And I know that things are really, really difficult because I have a very strict mom, and if she knew anything about this, I'd be in so much trouble. I'd probably go to jail, and you too, because technically I'm underage, but I'd get in trouble because I've lied so much, and I've promised her that I wouldn't lie, but because I love and adore you so much, I'm willing to...
Oh, you guys, what the actual heck is happening right now? She literally just tells him that if her mother ever finds out, he'll go to jail because she's underage? Wait, did anyone catch what? What did I miss? Let me see. Did anyone catch that? How old is she supposed to be here? What, the underage part? I can't. Yes, exactly. She knew people would feel sorry for her. Yes, 300 plus videos, 35,000 texts. It reminds me of Mackenzie Sharilla. I don't know if I have all these texts though. I'm gonna have to look into the text more. I have a ton of stuff, but maybe I just didn't look at it all yet. She's in her 20s here, exactly. And that is what is so enraging for me, is that she knows very well that she is in her 20s, and she just tells this boy that if her mom finds out about us, we'll go to jail because I'm technically underage. What?
Take that risk. And I swore, I made a vow to protect both of us so we won't get in any trouble.
The value.
So by the time we meet, I'll be like 21, so we won't get in any trouble.
I
We can,
asked.
start to see each other and start to make our relationship more public. And probably about the third trip you come on will be that trip that you proposed, which I'm not like forcing it on you or anything. I want it to be completely all your idea.
Okay, if you bring up the fact that you want to get engaged to, and then you buy the ring, because there's another video where she buys the ring. It cost $85 plus tax. It was like $94. She gets like $6 back. She keeps the receipt. It's from Walmart. And she's like, when you come here, I'm just going to slip it into your pocket. And then you could go home with it. And then you'll have it. So when you want, she's like, you don't have to. But when you want, you could propose.
But I picked out a perfect place that I think would look really, really nice, and it would be
for him to propose to. How does that make it a surprise?
really special. It would be a beautiful moment.
What?
And I've been planning our wedding. I've been thinking a lot about it and trying to think of the perfect dress and perfect church and different kind of things like that. I'm very excited because it's something that I've been dreaming about for a while, and I even made like this note with everything I'd want my soulmate to be like and to look like and everything, and even his voice. And when I met you, you have all those qualities, like even your voice. It's exactly how I wanted it to be. Sorry, hiccup. It's exactly how I wanted it to be. And
wow, this is so manipulative. Wow. So in one sense, she's wearing Hello Kitty, her glasses, her bonnet, and her kitty voice. And she wants to say she looks 13. And then in the other sense, she wants to be an adult and get married. What?
wouldn't change a hair on your head. That's why you say sometimes you want to change different little things about yourself. Don't. You're perfect the way you are. Even your bad side, even Master, even that part of you is perfect, because he makes me stronger and makes me strive to make you happy. And he pushes me to do things that I didn't really have the confidence to do. So, meeting you was the best and most perfect thing that I could have ever. I'm blessed. Truly, I am. I could not have asked for a better soulmate than you. And
so this is the deal. If he's so abusive and stuff like that to her, and according to her and stuff, right, allegedly, she didn't do a good job of having insight this is the thing. Either she lacks insight or she has insight and it's just that next level manipulative that she found somebody that she thought she could manipulate and get over on so that he could get her out of the situation. I don't know why, but I have a feeling she like why don't these people ever like think the next step ahead? Like are like they're not going to get caught or something. I don't know. Like did she just think they were going to live there happily ever after?
So I'm blessed that you came into my life. You're like this guardian angel that has blessed me with such perfect life now. And I can't wait to share it with you. I can't wait to be in.
Her birthday's the end of August, and I know that in 2015 she was going to be 24 that year. So that's what I know. So in 2015, so now she's 34, I guess, or 35 almost. No, I guess she's 34. She'll be 35 this year.
Person with you and enjoying every moment together. We'll be like little puppies, always playing with each other and having fun and laughing. And I can tell by your sense of humor is just like mine. So we'll be chasing each other around. I'll be jumping on you, kissing you all the time, and I'm sure you'll be doing the same. So we'll have a lot of fun. And I think that our playful side is what makes our arguments go away. It makes it easy to make up because I know that there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. So no matter if we fight or if I do something wrong, I'll always admit that I'm sorry, and I'll always try and be a better person and be better to you. I know that I've put you through a lot of different things. Like Master brought it to my attention that during one of my freakouts, I had forced you to go out in a blizzard.
I didn't know she hung out with Diddy. I'm just kidding.
And I want you to know I'm so sorry. I didn't realize that till recently. So I won't put you through any more of that kind of crap. I promise. I have no doubts at all anymore about us. I know that we'll get through anything. And I know that I've come to accept every part of you, and I've come to accept anything that is to come. So you are my perfect everything.
So the reason I think that this is so important, you guys, as somebody who studies psychology, is because there's so many reasons why this is important. If you guys came in the beginning, I don't think I finished saying what I was saying earlier about this, but we were under the impression that, you know, she gets out of jail early because her mother has, and I'm not saying this is real, I'm saying this is what was in the ether back then, that her mother has factitious disorder and factitious disorder imposed on another, or what was formerly Munchausen by proxy. So, and I think that when I was looking at all of this last night, one of the things, I literally got the information at like 2 a.m. and I stayed up till like 6:30, and I had work today, like my first day of classes, but I like was hooked. And I feel like I see more behaviors of what we call malingering than anything else. So that's what I was saying in the beginning. And I don't know what anybody else thinks. And I don't know if you guys feel this way too. Cuff, you had a good definition that you threw up there, and it was literally everything that I said. So it's all about gain. So, and I gave the example of if you had like a lawsuit, like a car accident, and you might malinger. One of the ways you can remember it, I tell my students, is to think of the word linger, like you're lingering. It's very much like that. So with malingering, there's something that there's a gain. So a financial gain, a socioeconomic gain, just a gain that you are not ready to give up or that you don't want to give up. Whereas with factitious disorder, this is more of an emotional thing. Now they both fall under, like they both have things in common, but they are very much different. And then the by proxy part, or the factitious disorder imposed on another person, is when it goes from you always being sick. And again, why would the person feel sick? This is a thing. So look at the parallels here. So with the one, the person see it as more of as a concrete thing, right? So we get something from it. So I continue to get money, or I continue to have back pain because I still have this accident going and I don't, whatever the case may be. But there's that concrete reward at the end. Over here with factitious disorder, it usually starts out more with an abstract thing. So more like, somebody gets sick and let's say they get rushed to the hospital and they get rushed to the hospital and here all of their friends are calling and everybody's worried and everybody's posting online, my best friend just got rushed to the hospital, and you're like, oh my gosh, like look at all this like support I'm getting. So you like how that feels. And over time, you start to notice that the only time you're really getting that fulfillment is when you're sick, because that's when people are paying extra attention to you. So, and you can get a gain with factitious disorder as well. With malingering, though, oh, I'm telling you, you guys, when we look it up, like I'll put together a slide thing for you for the next live so that I can show you exactly what the DSM says. But I'm seeing a lot of malingering here. There could be both. I mean, both things could be true at the same time, but I haven't really heard of malingering being thrown out with this. I've heard more of the factitious. And now that we know that there's a possibility that there wasn't factitious disorder, it's like, okay, well, what could be happening? And there's other things that could be happening too here with this sense of being able to manipulate. And we know that she lies. She admits that she lies. She says, my mom would get mad at me because I lie. She's like, and then I would just keep lying. So she's not saying my mom accuses me of being a liar and I don't know why. She's saying I lie and my mom gets mad at that. So like if we take the little breadcrumbs that she leaves along the way, they do paint a different picture from what I was led to believe at one point. I mean, I think I said in the beginning of the live, I was kind of on the free Gypsy type thing where I was like, not that I think that what she did was okay, but I was like, I thought in my head she was this little girl whose mother was like actively like always, abusing it, whatever. And what are you guys doing here? Hi. No, thank you. I'm on my live talking about Gypsy.
Do they want any chicken cutlets?
Oh, Gianna wants to know if you guys want chicken cutlets. Were they good? I gave them my recipe. I told them I'd have to kill them.
Use different panko and I cut it differently.
What do you mean different panko?
No, Mom, you don't understand. It was scrumptious.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you're going to say that yours are better than mine, then you can go F yourselves because, okay, they didn't say that. That's good. They're smart because then they would have to make it all the time. Okay, Harlot would like some, please. Gianna, Harlot would like some, and so would Cuff you.
See? I'll bring you guys some.
She said, I'll bring you guys some, see? But I gave her my recipe. They love my chicken cutlets. I do make the most scrumptious chicken cutlets and meatballs. My gravy, my sauce rather, whatever you call it. So good. Does anybody know how the Steelers is doing? I know that Daniel's at the Steelers right now. I wonder if they're playing the Texans or whatever. I was like, that's got to be tough, right? He's going as a Steelers fan. Didn't we all until the truth started dropping? Okay, so you guys went through that same thing too? Yeah, and what about like even like with the Dr. Phil interview and stuff? Like I feel like there's a lot of things that were said in there. So you think cluster B personality? I see the traits. I see traits. And again, I'm not diagnosing anybody. I have to be real careful, but I definitely see many traits, especially with the manipulation. And I always tell people, what do I always say that when we see, like a narcissistic type trait, we're not really looking, although the person appears to be grandiose, they don't really feel that way. So they feel very insecure, not secure. And I always say to give it as like child. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wait, who am I thanking? Cuff you. Thank you so much. Cuff you says, thank you, Cuff you. I love you. Thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. I swear. So with malingering, it was financial benefit. And then the factitious disorder provides the source of sympathy. Yes, inquiring minds want to know. I think that's it is what I'm trying to say. And if you bring up that, you guys have to remember by this point, my ADHD medicine is like, girl, I'm out. But I got this. I just didn't sleep much last night, but I explained it beautifully earlier. And then Cup, you went on to read something. I don't know where you looked that up at, but when she read it, it was literally everything that I had just said. So I felt very validated. So if we just pull that up again, it was well said because it validated everything I had said like 5 minutes before. Dr. Vona, is a person who lies about only having weeks to live considered malingering? Oh, no. That would be more factitious. That's factitious disorder. Yeah. So with factitious disorder, think of it as exactly what it says, right? It's fake. So it's a fake disorder. The person knows that they don't have that. So I think of, has anybody ever seen the show? Oh, it's with the two best friends. My best friend made me watch it, and I was like, either you like hate me or I don't know, because I cried my eyes out. I watched the whole 3 seasons in like one sitting. Dead to Me. It was called Dead to Me. Have you guys ever seen it? If you haven't seen it, oh my god. Well, actually, don't go by my recommendation because you'll unsub for me because you'll cry. But it's awesome though. It's really good. But there was a reason I was bringing that up. Oh, in that one, the girl, the one character, her husband really passes away and she goes to a support group and that's where she meets the other friend and they pretty much tell you in the very beginning. So I'm not really like, ruining anything if you didn't haven't seen it. But the other one that she meets there, she has factitious disorder. She knows that she didn't lose anybody, in the same way, but she goes to these group meetings and there's people out there that do this. Like there are people that go to cancer support meetings, there's people that go, to all different, and there's so many ways that you can get involved and still get that same experience. But here the person is they're getting something out of it and they're feeling like when they tell their story, even though their story's made up, they're getting other people don't know that. So other people are giving them that empathy and, feeling their pain with them and crying with them and hugging and, talking after we text each other just to see if we're okay. And if that person hasn't, had a good friend or a good relationship in years, that might feel really good to them, like a new friend. And, somebody really wants to see if I'm okay and so on and so forth. And I can see how sometimes factitious disorder begins not maliciously often, right? So sometimes it does, but sometimes it doesn't start maliciously. Sometimes it just starts to develop and then it gets more and more and more. And then at some point, the person knows, like, they know what they're doing, they know what's happening. Wait, what do we have over here? We have, oh, I don't know why I didn't come up on this part yet. Oh, wait, harlot. No, that's factitious disorder. Wait, what did I miss? Malingering is lying and faking symptoms to a doctor to get a diagnosis, right? So this is the thing though, right? Because you could do both. You could do this with both. So it just depends on, it's more the motive here. So both factitious disorder patients and malingering can both lie and fake symptoms to a doctor to get a diagnosis. But let me tell you the difference. If you have factitious disorder, you're doing this because you're getting the sympathy of those around you. If you're malingering, there's probably something tied to it. Like there's probably a reason you're doing it. For example, you have a lawsuit and you need the doctor to think that your back still hurts because you're going to get more money in the lawsuit if you can keep this going type thing. So that would be the difference. So I think both things could be right. You would ask the doctor for the same thing. It would be more why the person asked for those things that would make it different. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm actually glad I caught that because that was a good way to explain the difference. Her dad said it all in the FOIA email telling Gypsy he loved Dee Dee. She was a good wife and mom. If only she would let you date. But no one will love you like your mom did. Demi, I didn't get to read everything yet. Actually, let me bring up Let me bring something up here because I feel like I could read for a second. We've watched a lot. Let me bring up, let me share this. Here we go. Okay, so here's that FOIA thing. And thank you to, um, oh my God, Into the Weeds. I almost said Into the Woods, Into the Weeds. They're very generous for sharing this with everyone. Okay, that makes sense. I have really struggled with Gypsy's case. Finding out all of these things about her has shocked me, as I didn't condone her, but understood her reasons. But now apparently they're saying it was all lies. I couldn't tell you that we are in the literal exact same boat. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like I was duped in a way, and especially because I feel like I should know better. But at the time, I wasn't really like on YouTube and stuff. Like I wasn't sleuthing for information. Like I was taking what I saw on TV and like on the Dr. Phil show or whatever. My kids would have it on, or I would have it on in the background while I'm cooking because it's on and I'm listening and and so I felt the same way. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, like so everybody does get duped at some point in life. And I think that it's I mean, it feels really shitty when it happens. But if that's what's happening here, like that is really shitty. You know what I mean? So let's see real quick. So let's go into prison emails, or should I show you? She was talking about that girl that lives down the street or whatever, and I have messages between them two too. And that would have been before. Oh, I know what I wanted to show you guys. Wait, let me see if I have it right here. Yes, I do. You guys, I know I just lied. I didn't lie. I'm gonna do this too, but I feel like I need to show you this one thing because I started talking about it and I think that we need to watch this before I read anything. It's quick, but I think that it's really important to watch it first. So, this next thing, real quick, is a video, and I had it on in the background of the last thing that we watched. Oh my God, I haven't watched that one. I'm petrified of what that one's going to be. You guys, that is just terrible. Like, look at these thumbnails. I think, I'm not sure, but I think it starts down here and then it works its way up. And then I believe, and the only reason I think this is because as I go up, the further I go up, the more confident you could tell she's getting. And then over here, she does the panty one where she picks out panties that are like 15 sizes too big and stuff like that. But yeah, I still have to go through some of these. I mean, there's just so many here, you guys. But the one that I wanted to show you was after. And I did not realize it was after until I was looking at the actual tab. Where the hell did it just go? I just had it. I just pointed to it. Hold on. She's wearing, is this it? No, wait, hold on. Oh my God, I just had it. Is that it maybe? She's wearing the white thing in her hair? I literally had my thing on it. All right, it has to be this one. Oh no, it was that one. Hold on. It was the other one. This one. Oh no, that's Happy Birthday redo. Letter response. Oh wait, it says it right here. I'm so sorry. It's not that one. Marriage video. My veil. Our anniversary video. Thank you so much. Sweet dreams. Oh, Shaniri. This is the black, isn't this the black personality or whatever? Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that later. Part 1 video, I think this is where people were saying about what she was wearing. But you guys, where is it? It's a video of her. Maybe it's up here further. It's a video of her after. I know I have it in CapCut. I don't know why it's here. I think I might have found it in a different evidence thing, which is interesting because that just, I think when I found it last night, I thought that it was part of the evidence that I already was watching. I think I just realized that there's more videos than what I have on the page right here, and that there's other videos stacked within all of those files on that FOIA thing. And I really want you guys to see this. So I'm going to pray to Jesus real quick that if I just open this up over here on my computer, then it's just going to open, because why not? So let's see what happens. But she's definitely wearing her hair in a white bow, and it's Gypsy's, oh, what's it called? Video to my king. That's not what it's called. That was just reading the name of one. Where are you, Gypsy? Oh, really? All right. I lied. It wasn't right there. All right. So maybe we're not watching it. Maybe I am going to show the other thing. I'm so annoyed with myself because I had it already. This has to be it. Hold on. Oh, this is it. Yeah. Gypsy's sweet first attempt. Wait, hold on. Gypsy's sweet first attempt to calm Nick down about the trial. What does that mean? Why is that important? Because we hear her talk to her aunt and to whoever else that was, and she says that she didn't know, and she was like drugged half the time and on medicines and da da da. And here, this is after the crime, so she's no longer in the mother's house. Nick has already been arrested, arraigned, and is on trial. So we know that I don't know how much time has passed, but we know that a significant amount of time has passed, right? So, I mean, we could assume that. This is incredible, you guys. Wow. Wait, hold on. Wait till you guys see this. Come on. All right, here we go. I just have to add it to the stage. Add to the screen. All right. Okay, so this again is Gypsy's sweet first attempt, it says, to calm Nick down about his trial. So he's in jail.
Sweetheart, if you are looking at this, then that means that this video is meant to be something that will comfort you for the next couple of days. I know that you are going through a very hard time right now, and I want to make this hard time for you as easy as possible. I want you to know that though I don't think that the judge will make you serve jail time for something as simple as carrying a pocket knife. Over here in redneck territory, that's just normal. You don't go to jail for that. But different state, different laws. But that's not what I want to talk about.
Oh my gosh, did anybody else catch that? Listen to this, you guys. That was so weird. She's literally telling him, oh, listen to this. I swear I'm catching this. So she's like telling him what he should say. Listen.
But that's not what I want to talk about.
No, wait, no,
what I want to talk about is it's just normal. You don't go to jail for that. Jail time. First, the judge will make you serve jail time for something as simple as carrying a pocket knife.
Like you were just
over here in redneck territory, that's just normal. You don't go to jail for that.
So that's her like diminishing the severity of it. Like you were just carrying a pocket knife. Like you weren't doing nothing wrong. Just tell the judge you weren't. She is very, and I don't know if it's an act, but she's either acting or she's delusional in a sense that like she really doesn't think she's going to get that much.
But different state, different laws. But that's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is that no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, I will always be yours forever. I want you to know that this might sound silly to you, but I wear this ring as kind of like a symbol. I know it's not.
That is their promise ring. They call it their knot ring or whatever. It's their promise ring. It's very much their ring. And he wears one too. And this is her way of saying to him, I'm your wife. I haven't watched this whole thing. Wow. I don't know if I got this far because I don't remember that. But this is her saying, I'm your wife. Like, you have to have a loyalty to me. And she's telling the aunt that she doesn't really remember, and that and she's telling everybody that he manipulated her and he had her read from a script. Like, this is her saying this. She's not reading from a script here.
A real engagement ring, but to me it's a symbol of hope for us, a hope for our future, a hope for a life together. And I will always wear it to prove my commitment to you and to show you that I'm 100% honest and true to only you and Master.
Take notice. She's like, I'm honest. Like, she's shaking her head no. Like, no, I'm not.
And
our head does that sometimes. Not always, but a lot of times. But I'm interested to see when we see something that she's saying that's truthful, see if she's shaking her head up and down as opposed to this way, just out of curiosity.
even if you're sentenced to jail time, make sure, this is a direct order from your wife.
Look.
Make sure to tell Allie what prison and the address, because I will write to you. I know inmates can have letters sent to them, so make sure she knows where you're at to tell me.
Okay, do you see how she believes what she's saying here? So she's like putting her head up and down, like she that's weird.
And I will write to you.
But we would have to see for like a long period of time, not just once.
There won't be a day that goes by that I won't think about you. And
if that's true, if what we're saying is true, then that was a lie. That she's like, there won't be one day that I go without thinking.
Just last night, I dreamed about you. I dreamed about us cuddling and being together, being happy. And I know that we're a long distance apart, but distance can't keep us apart. And it won't keep me apart from you. Nothing will. I love you and adore you so much, and I always will, no matter what. And nobody and nothing is going to come between us. I'm wearing a white bow in my hair.
Oh, bring me hear this.
I thought that it would be calming, and also a white shirt. I thought that it would make you calmer and be more relaxed. But I hope this video makes you more relaxed. Just to know that I'm not a cheater and I won't go astray, and as they say, I'm here for the long haul, and I'm here no matter what. Now, in my mind, probably all you're gonna get is a fine and probably the 6 months you have to stay away from McDonald's. But I hope that's all it is. And I hope that this is over really soon, because then we can start being more happy and we don't have to worry about anything. We're gonna put this whole mess behind us. And I want you to know that on that day, don't think about anything else. Kind of meditate. Think only of me and you'll be calm. Remember to be respectful to the judge. And remember your manners. And do as they say, because in that position, they're a bit of a higher position than you are. And they have your fate in their hands. So make sure you come home to me, please. That's all I ask, is just be calm. Don't let Master out, because I know Master has a way of being authoritative, and that is attractive to me, but it won't be attractive to the judge. So just please do as they ask. Don't complain. Don't, just be on your best behavior. Please do that for me. Please come home safe to me. That's all I want. So I love and adore you, and I will be keeping you in my thoughts and in my prayers, and I will be faithful and loyal. I made my vows, and I will stick to them like PB&J. So, I love and adore you, my wonderful, handsome king. I wish you the best of luck. And know that you'll always be in my thoughts and in my heart.
What the actual heck was that? Don't let Master out, right? So why does he need an alter ego? So there could be a couple reasons, and I don't think I know yet. I don't think I know enough yet, but um, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a clear fantasy type thing, like fantasy versus reality. And by playing fantasy, you get to play these roles that are a little bit more like seductive or dangerous or something that is more of a rebellious type thing, right? So I think here what's happening is his alter ego gives him an opportunity, it affords him an opportunity to act out in a way that he must know is not socially acceptable. But he also knows that there is a world out there with video games and movies and the internet, like where you can totally become part of somebody's fantasy world, right? So I think that there's probably a struggle there. But I think that's where that comes from. That's so interesting. It's to match all of her characters. But this is the thing. So I don't know. Wait, what happened to create her? Rarely are people this detached. So that's the thing. I guess that's where I struggle too, right? Because it had to start somewhere. Could it be that because if what a lot of the documentaries say is true, and I believe she was like people, I don't know if her particularly, but I remember there was like there was people interviewed and stuff that was part of the family and stuff, and they were saying um, that Dee Dee did have factitious disorder, and factitious disorder opposed one another, or what a lot of people know as Munchausen or Munchausen by proxy, and that her mother had that as well. And there you go. I was just going to say that misbehaving. So there's also an allegation of SUL abuse. Um, oh wait, she's successfully. Oh wait, that's not what I thought you said. I heard about SUL thing with the mom, like not her and the mom, like the mom in her childhood. I don't know if anybody else heard that. So, there's a few things. Dr. Vona, he doesn't understand the alter ego full, in my opinion. When police interview him, he said, Master likes rough sex, and Ellie was expecting harm, but he said, penetrate harder. That was all she convinced him of. Wait, hold on. Penetrate harder. That was all she convinced him of all. Okay, so you think that okay, guess what? So I could see that. I could see you're a born psychopath. You're a made sociopath, yes. Okay. Causes microcephalopathy, which could have caused literal damage to the part of the brain that controls empathy. Okay, so what you're talking about here would be with psychopathy. So what we see with psychopathy is a smaller amygdala, and the amygdala is the part of the brain that houses emotion, and we actually see a smaller amygdala in like true natural born psychopaths. So but not every psychopath or sociopath goes on to harm people. Like there's a lot of psychopaths or sociopaths that are just great, like leaders in some sense, right? And if you think about it, like a lot of people that are in like corporations or CEOs of companies, not all of them obviously, but there are some that have at least traits of some of the sociopathic tendencies or even narcissistic tendencies, just somewhere in that cluster B, at least between them two. But again, not everybody, but there is a good amount of the population that has these things that don't go on to have a violent a violent um, experience in life. So, what then triggers this? And this is my thing. One of the things I'm getting from this right now is a connection with do you guys remember the Slender Man, right? Where there was like a shared delusion. And I'm not saying mental illness in that way. But what I'm getting here is like in that case, I don't know if that happens if those two girls didn't meet each other and kind of up each other's ante. I'm wondering if that same sort of thing was happening here where like this doesn't happen if these two don't meet each other. But the fact that they meet each other, it was almost like a perfect storm where they fed off of each other. And even if, like you were saying, if we think that, maybe his alter ego was like just when he was doing sex and stuff like that's absolutely something people, if he just puts on any, site online and stuff like that, he sees people playing a role all the time doing that, like in corn and stuff like that. So I'm sure and then, like I said, we also have like video games and all those other things. So I'm sure that part of that was normalized. But I'm wondering, like your guys are saying, like, could it be that he might have started out with, I wonder, I'm curious to see. And I don't know how I find that out, but I'll try to figure something out. I don't know if anybody knows, but like, how far did his fantasies go before her? Because it did seem like he had other girlfriends and she was very jealous of the other girlfriends. And it seems like she was jealous of other girls with other guys that she's with throughout her life, which is interesting to me. Let's see. So this is the thing. This is where I feel like, I'm not sold yet that Dee Dee played no role in this at all. But I definitely don't think that if I knew what I know now back then, like I might have been like, oh, she deserves to stay every single day in jail type thing, where I was like, okay with her coming out early because I was like, oh, she lived a horrible, da da da. But I also seen her as like this 13-year-old kid. And that's how she wanted us to see her. So that's why we see her that way. And we have to remember that her and her mother both, I mean, you guys, it's not uncommon and this is just coming from a Italian family thought process. It's not uncommon for families to break laws together. And again, this is all allegedly, who knows, but like let's just no, it's not even allegedly. She was able to walk. And the mom had to know she was able to walk. She even says that she could, this is the thing. There's no way that her mom didn't know that she was able to walk or stand or something. I don't know. I'm not sold on that. But I think that the mom she probably did like that attention from the outside. I mean, who wouldn't, right? So it did serve a purpose. So Gypsy being sick does serve mom a purpose. So it is highly unlikely, if we're just talking statistically, that mom all of a sudden is like, I want nothing to do with you. You're bad and I'm good. That's like not as likely as it would be that they were both feeding off of each other and that together it was like us two against the world type thing. But could it be that Gypsy outplays her cards, like outplays the game type thing? Absolutely. Do you know what I mean? But I have no reason at this point to believe that Dee Dee is completely, and again, that doesn't mean she deserves to get hurt, right? In my opinion, they were out a lot. Like we were talking about that video earlier. She could have yelled and been like, excuse me, can you help me? My mom's like, you know what I mean? Like somebody help me. Do you know what I mean? Wait, no, you have it all wrong. It was Gypsy that had the money. No, I agree with you, but misbehaving, this is the thing. She would have been exposed at some point. If you look at Dee Dee, and it doesn't mean that both things aren't true, because I do agree about that, but I think that we're seeing malingering with Gypsy more, because I think that she was still young. I think had it continued to go on, and she wasn't young in the sense that, but at 20 you're still young, right? In that sense, in the sense of just the realm of age, but it could have been both. Like she could have been getting emotional support and financial support. So both things could be true. But I also think that if we look back on, I mean, we would have to think that all of Dee Dee's siblings and cousins and things like that that have been interviewed in the past, that all of them all think one thing, and they all agreed that Dee Dee had, like, that she would make these things. This is the thing. As a kid, because we do know that this starts. Does anybody know when this starts? Like when all of this starts to go from one thing to another? Because that would mean a lot for me. Like that would really help me understand how this develops. So I'm wondering, like, does this start? Is this a thing that starts or that has always been around and just gets worse when dad leaves or when mom and dad break up? And then she doesn't live around him anymore. He goes on to move on with his life, and she, is taking care of Gypsy, and maybe that's how she gets attention from him because he's not paying. Somebody said earlier that he wasn't paying. The more you learn, the more you will change your mind, guarantee. No, misbehaving, I agree with you. There's nothing to even change my mind. I agree with you. I do think that. I'm just saying, oh, you're saying that you think that I'll think that Dee Dee didn't have that. Is that what you're saying? Because I do think that Gypsy, like I do think, yeah, I do agree with that. But what do you think the role of the mother was? That's what I'm asking. I agree with you there. My thing is because both things could be true. She could also be a bad seed type thing. And again, allegedly, but her mom could also have been a bad influence in that she allowed these things to continue because her mother was also getting something out of this, right? Like, and at some point, this is what I'm thinking. I have a 17-year-old right now. She could live on her own right now if she had to. God bless her. She is so independent. She just bought a car the other day. I helped her a tiny bit, but like, she literally, like, it was a lot of her. Like, she did a great job. I'm just so proud of her. But she's still 17, right? So there would only be so much that I feel like she would be able to not manipulate me, but manipulate me without me knowing, right? Because at some point, you would have to catch someone in a lie somewhere along the way. But also, if I'm taking my kid to the doctors that much, I don't know if you saw, like, in the evidence things and all, the evidence photos, it's a mess in that house. So my thing is, like, we can't just completely be like, and if the thing is that Gypsy didn't walk as much in the house, whether she could or not, if she just didn't, like, what role? I'm just saying, I think Dee Dee still has. And another thing I noticed was that, like, the house is a mess, but then, like, when you open up to where all of the medicines are, it's very, like, not all of them. There are some that are unorganized, but there's like this one main closet and it looks pretty organized compared to the rest of the house. And that just says to me that that was the one area in their lives that she felt she had control over. Like, she knew that by taking, and it doesn't mean that, like, and again, I think I was saying this earlier. What's all false? Hold on. If you are basing what you know, no, I'm not. I'm basing this on what I've watched from last night to tonight. That's why I'm saying you guys are probably right. And I got to just, you know what I mean? I got to just, Gypsy was being kicked out. New FOIA. Please send it to me. JamieVona@gmail.com. I want it all. I literally, when I'm saying this, you guys, I'm going by my feelings of, like, and a lot of this is just me speaking as, like, a human being, not necessarily, when I say, like, different behaviors, that's different. Oh, you're talking to someone in chat. I hope everybody's getting along. Well, I know that you guys are all. Everybody's respectful usually, so I'm not worried about that. Dee Dee reportedly claimed Gypsy had sleep apnea as a baby. Early childhood. This is what I'm saying, Cuff You. Thank you. By age 5 to 7, Gypsy was already being presented as having leukemia, muscular dystrophy, and other conditions. If this is true, you guys, then we can't say that Dee Dee completely is not responsible for this, not for her. I'm not talking about the crime, responsible for allowing malingering or Munchausen or whatever you want to call it, factitious disorder to continue, right? So by 5 to 7, Gypsy wouldn't have had the ability to say that she was being treated for leukemia. And at one point, you guys, she really was on a feeding tube. And I was like looking at things, and if the I have the medical records, I literally only started looking into this like in a sleuth way since last night at 2 a.m., but I didn't really sleep much, so I spent most of my day when I wasn't working looking into this more, but I still have a ton more. The files are just massive. But I'm just basing off of what I'm feeling in the very beginning. And you're right, maybe my mind changes too at some point. I don't know. But as of today, what I'm feeling is that I feel that Dee Dee, and again, this is not Dr. Vona. I'm taking that hat off. This is Jaime Vona, the regular person like everyone else. This is what I feel. And this is like my gut on this. And this is all legend and just speculation. But what I'm feeling as of right now is that I think that there is dysfunction in the entire family system. I think it goes way back. I think that we wouldn't be surprised, or I wouldn't be surprised, if I saw dysfunction in Dee Dee's family growing up. And maybe Dee Dee only gets, and I don't know this to be true, again, I have to look more into it, but I wouldn't be surprised if Dee Dee found that she got attention when, like at different points where she felt like she wasn't seen in other ways. I think it can start out very, very innocently and then start to spiral. If somebody's faking leukemia and what else was it? Sleep apnea and muscular dystrophy and other conditions by 5 to 7 years old. And I believe this is when Katrina happens for them and they move to a different state altogether. And I think that's where it goes from bad to worse. When she was living at first, when Gypsy was little, she was living, from what I was able to gather, around where like the rest of her family and stuff was living. And then once Katrina hit, she moves, and she says that all of Gypsy's medical records were washed away. So she then goes to doctors in this new state, and a lot of what they went on was what she told them, because we didn't have as much technology in the very beginning. Like, am I getting this right? Like, am I like thinking right now? Tell me if I am way off. But I can remember a doctor saying, there was one doctor that said that he got excited to tell, and I listened to his interview. Like it was on a documentary, but he was the one that was like saying it. But he said that he did say something. He was like shocked, he said, because he was so excited that day to go to work, because he knew that he was about to tell a mother that he found a negative result for the muscular dystrophy. And he was like so excited, thinking that they were going to, like, she was going to just jump for joy and like, you know, that this was going to be amazing. And instead he was met with, she was very like, no, like, what are you talking about? And he was met with resilience. And she was like, you must have got that wrong, da da da. And they wind up leaving, and she does go to a different doctor. And this is the thing, you can't necessarily doctor shop, right? I saw a comment earlier, but you do have the right to seek a second opinion. So it wouldn't have been considered fraud in some areas if she, because you can't get in someone's mind. So, you know, she could have said that she wanted a second opinion, but this one doctor says that he actually went as far as making a report about it, because he felt like it was just such a weird like reaction to have, and he felt like it was like, you know, it was off. So he makes a report, but nothing ever comes of it, which is, you know what I mean? And I think that we see this sometimes and people slip through the cracks. So I feel like, with that being said, at some point when I look at Dee Dee's house, all I could think about is, wow, she really felt out of control in her life. And I know I know that when I look at those pictures, I see somebody that feels out of control, but then when they open that one closet, it's like completely organized. And that just screams to me that I feel like I'm in control in this one area of our lives. And this is where I feel important. This is where I feel heard. This is where I feel validated. My ex says I'm a great mom because of all the things that I do for my daughter and that he gives it to me. And he said that he was like, he would praise her and stuff, you know. And so she got that praise from him, right? Which would continue to feed that need to be needy or to be sick. With that being said, I think at some point Gypsy realizes along the way little things. I don't even know if she realized, like I would be surprised, I wouldn't be surprised if she really didn't know her true medical history, because I'm sure at some point Dee Dee even got confused because you have to keep up with so many things over years. So I wouldn't even be surprised if there were things that she was surprised that she didn't have or that she did have or whatever the case may be, because she was told something different. However, at some point she realizes, let's just say the walking thing, because she talks about that herself. She realizes that she could walk. And that moment, she says that like she even says like she got caught jumping on the bed before. Like she said she stood up before, but her mother said, you better sit right back down, like you're gonna fall. And so at that point, was the mom starting to malinger, because they were by this point going on trips. There was a country singer that had donated a few $1,000s and took pictures with them and kept in touch with them. Like, so there was just so many things now. They had a house built for them, right? By Habitat for Humanity. They had an entire house built for them and given to them. All that land, that property. I mean, there's plenty of people here that I'm sure, you know, really have all of these things going on in their family. So it's like they definitely took advantage of the system. I have one thing where she says to that girl, let me see if I can grab it real quick because it is starting to get late, but let me just say real quick. She says to that, she's the girl, like the neighbor that lives near her. So let's see, messages to, I think this is it. Yeah, it is. So hold on, let me share this with you real quick. Okay. All right. I was sharing it and then I unshared it. Hold on, here we go. It's right here. How's everybody doing? So here are the messages to the neighbor. Let me just pull this up on screen. All right. All right. So here we go. So this is messages to Aaliyah, the neighbor. Okay. So somewhere along here. So in the beginning, there's not very many, but there's not many. How about this? I'll read this and then we'll call it a night. So let me read these. There's not many. And let me put on my text message voice. All right, here we go. So, hey, Aaliyah, it's Gypsy. How have you been? No, I'm kidding. I can't do that all the time. How have you been? What is that, your baby? And then we have, hey, girl, I'm good. How are you? I've missed you. And then she says, no, LOL, I wish. It's my best friend's. Her name is Charlie. And then Gypsy says, I'm great. This is my personal account. My mom is still overprotective, so she don't know about this account, LOL. Anyway, I'm doing great. Still live at my house. It's pink now. Now, you guys have to remember, I looked at these, like in a few text messages from now, it's going to give a date of October 12th, I think it is, October 12th, 2014. That's my guesstimate. And I have a pretty good memory, so I'd put your money on it that that's the date. She was 21 years old. Okay? All right. Let me reread that part. She says, my house is pink now. I've often wondered how you've been, how you've been after you left home. And then the girl says, I saw, it's super cute. Does your mom hate me? She says, ditto. I've wanted to stop by, but I wasn't sure how your mom felt about me anymore. All right. So then Gypsy says, Gypsy says, but also I was wondering, I heard rumors that when we were friends, you was mocking, you was making fun of me. Sorry. You was making fun of me behind my back. So I stopped being your friend. Is this true? My mom and I didn't like you after these rumors came out. She says, I'm like embarrassed, secondhand embarrassed for her. She says, no, never once did I make fun of you, Gypsy. I cared and still care more for you than I've ever cared for my sisters. I've never even whispered one negative thing about you or your mother. I felt bad for this. And then she says, who was saying these things? I messaged her about a year ago or so on here and checked to see how you both were, and she never replied. Gypsy says, that's why. But, well, I'll be honest, I don't think my mom wants us to hang out because, well, she says you're a bad influence on me. Okay. Do you guys remember what we started this out on? Okay. With the red panties? All right. But I'll still be your friend on here. I just can't hang out because I got to listen to mom. And I don't remember who said you was being mean. It was a long time ago. Like, what? But I believe you. And it took me a while to pluck up the nerve to ask because it hurt super bad. And then the neighbor says, I don't blame you one bit. I wouldn't want to involve myself with someone that would speak poorly of me either. I don't blame your mom. I was young and incredibly stupid, but it's been several years and I've done a ton of growing up. Maybe you should slyly ask her about it. I'm 21, going on 22. It's been several years. Okay. So then Gypsy says, I see, but truth is, I was going through a rough time too. But I'm growing up too. I'm a painter now. I also met a wonderful guy. We've been together for 2 years now. I'm going to be introducing him to mom in March. So my mom still doesn't want me dating, but I'm hoping all will go well in March and she approves of him. He's my first boyfriend and he's amazing. He's my soulmate. Really, he truly is. He gives me poems and is so romantic. He lives in Wisconsin though, so it's a long distance relationship. My older cat, the Calico, passed away in December, but we got a new one, a kitty, Sweetie Pie. She's white with two heart-shaped spots on her back. So the girl says, we all go through times like that. I hope she's understanding. How old are you these days? Okay. How old are you these days? And what about him? How did you two meet? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your loss, but Sweetie Pie sounds like a real cutie. How are you and your mother and your health? How are things going with all of that? Been on any exciting adventures? You guys, this was an amazing text message. So Gypsy says, it's going to take me time, LOL. What? I'm going to go eat and I'll be back on later. Okie dokie. Enjoy. She says, thanks. You guys. She didn't want to answer. She didn't know how to answer. So she doesn't answer. And she says that she's going to go eat. And then that gives her time to think about it. She says, okay, now to catch up. I'm 18. Nick, my boyfriend, is 24. We met on a Christian single site. So she's 22 at this point. 22. She's 22. So she's lying by 4 years. She's older than the girl she's talking to. Okay. My boyfriend is 24. We met on a Christian single site. And what made me fall for him was when I told him I'm in a wheelchair and I've got medical issues and I was bracing myself for him to be like other guys. I was expecting him to either pity me or say, oh, goodbye. But his response was, I don't care about that. You're my angel in my eyes and you're perfect. That melted my heart. And after 3 days of talking, something just connected. We started being a couple a few days later. And In the first year, it was fantastic, but we had a bit of trouble with his exes wanting to break us up. So we agreed we just won't talk about them. We rarely ever argue. If we do, it's because I'm being insecure. So it's her fault. That's horrible. Because I'm being insecure and drowning myself. I get that way during my period. So he knows to be extra sensitive, lol. But he's the kind of man that is like unreal, kind and romantic. There's a reason why my profile pic is Cinderella and the prince, because he calls me Queen Blessing and I call him King Charming. We are that couple that always shows PDA, and people are like, y'all are too cute, lol. We have talked about marriage, and he plans on popping the question sometime in 2016. And we want the wedding date to be December of 2017. If it all goes good, we want a snow wedding in a gazebo with red and white roses. And we even plan children's names. If we have a son, we will name him Nick after Nicholas Paul John Jr. And if a girl, Gabriella, Gypsy John. You guys, in another video, she talks about how she wants red roses and black roses for her wedding. Then she says, so we are very serious. We say we aren't dating. We are courting because we are both Catholic. We're Christians. Anyway, my health has been stable. They found out that I have a chromosome deletion. That's why all the medical issues. But I'm a fighter. I'll be okay. My mom's health has gotten worse over the years. She's got diabetes, heart problems, and glaucoma. Affects eye vision. Liver disease, kidney failure, Parkinson's disease. Okay, you guys, come on. I'm not saying she doesn't have, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I just don't know how. I don't know if I think that Dee Dee was 100% not factitious disorder. But again, that has nothing to do with what happened to her. None of that should have happened. She's trying to still keep up, but we had to stop doing the newsletter. And we only had 3 movie nights this year and only 1 last year. She just had bad kidney surgery. She just had kidney surgery for a kidney stone. And then she says, but a lot has changed here in the neighborhood. Lots of people that lived here are gone now, like Sean and his little boy, John, as well as Mr. Jason and his little boy, and Mrs. Barb and her children are all gone. They all moved out. Let's see, Fontana still lives here, but she's not at MSU anymore. She took only classes that didn't go to her major, so she never graduated. She's going boy crazy, though. She's seeing a man that is a proud non-Christian. Her mom is going to kill her. Geez. Then Daddy and Paul Akers, the family that lived in the big yellow house with lots of kids. Well, Daddy and Paul are Debbie. I said Daddy, you guys. It definitely says Debbie. Okay, that's how tired I am. Debbie and Paul are divorced now. All their daughters got pregnant at like 16 and moved out of the Neff boys. Moved out. The Neff boys still live there. Anthony Neff went into ? Went into the military. He also got married. David Neff, his younger brother, is sleeping with Debbie Akers. She's like 45. Oh my God, she got all the tea. He's like 18, 19, creepy. And as for your mom and sister, I don't get to see them too often, since we rarely have movie night. As for my mom and my relationship as mother and daughter, it's gotten better after the rough patch I went through. I rebelled a lot against her, so it put a strain on our relationship. But slowly, we got that love back, but still building trust back. As for adventures, we went to Disney World and Universal Studios in 2012. It was awesome. Then in 2013, we went to Cape Cod, Massachusetts, because I was nominated and won 5 awards for being a positive role model for children gosh. Where did I go? Okay, for children with medical issues, and I'm still doing public speaking. I love it. Let's see. Oh, and the best news, Mom and I are going to Disney World again in January. But guess what? We're also going to the Harry Potter park at we are also going to the Harry Potter park at the same time the Harry Potter celebration will be going on. I will be there having dinner with actors from the cast. I think Daniel Radcliffe will be there too. Eek. Oh gosh, you guys. And then she says, so tell me everything that's going on with you and things I'm into these days. I love the Hunger Game movies. I'm reading the Mortal Instruments book series and I'm still homeschooled. Doing good on that. All A's, A pluses, she wrote. Oh, you can't tell by her writing. I also got rebaptized because I wanted to be saved after my little acting out in 2011. So I wear my purity ring as a symbol of my faith to God. Oh my God, you guys, that is so manipulative. So the ring that she acts like is her ring to Nick is her purity ring? Also, that pic of me licking a knife, I'm not going crazy. I was dressed as Harley Quinn, the Joker from Batman's girlfriend. LOL, I'm not nuts. Oh, I see you got a new bow. Look at that. Oh, what did I say? Did I say October 12th? I did. October 12th, 2014. My memory is stellar, even when I'm tired. Oh, I see you got a new beau. Did things not work out with that boy, Cody Jeff? Also, I'm on I would have been like, stop now, enough. Also, I'm on Instagram, Skype, Twitter, LOL. Oh my God, you make reborn baby dolls cool. No, nobody can make them look cool, you guys. They're scary. I have an avatar one, she said. Oh, well, that's a lot going on. I'm glad to hear you're steady, but I'm sorry to hear about your mama. I'm doing well. I'm in school to be an esthetician. I'll graduate in less than a year. Things didn't work out with Cody. He was a douche and took my car, even though I paid for all but $700. And I was going to finish making payments, but he kicked me out of our house. 2 days later, he dumped me through text, and then a couple days later, he took my car. I'm with a guy I've known for 8 or 9 years. We've always had a crush on one another, but neither of us had, let's see, but neither of us, where am I? Had the nerve to act on it. We started talking after he broke his jaw and lost several teeth in a mountain bike accident. One thing led to another. Now we have been together 10 months today. We have been living together for like 9 months. Ooh, that went quick. We've had our own place since July. I've never felt so complete or happy in my life. He's so incredible and genuine. Let's see. He's so incredible and genuine. You ladies will definitely have to meet him. My family all loves him, and all of his family loves me. It's so perfect. LOL, thanks. I was originally going to use the doll head as a prank for someone that did some poor things to me, but I decided against it. So instead, I decided to use it for Halloween decor because John and I are both obsessed with Halloween. We plan on dressing up super creepy, like and whatnot. Oh, super creepy and whatnot. The pic of you in the headpiece is especially beautiful. You've done a ton of growing up. It's insane. We have a ton of catching up to do, Missy. I really hope we get to meet up and hang out soon because that would be incredible. Gypsy says, that's awful. Awful. AFFUL. She gets A pluses. That's awful about your ex, but so happy that you found love. Look at us young women with great guys. And then the girl says, LOL, I know. I used to never think it was possible, but I now realize that it very much is. Thank you. I was doing a dress up thing. I like to cosplay. So I was Mary from the TV show Rain. And then the girl says, gorgeous girl. And then Gypsy says, Yes. And in March, Nick and I planned a meeting. We're going to go see the new upcoming Cinderella movie. I'm dressing as Cinderella, and he's going in a more formal wear dress shirt and tie. LOL. That's that picture, you guys. And I'll get my very first kiss. I'm so excited. I'm so nervous because I don't know how to kiss. LOL. Research on YouTube. LOL. Oh my God. And then the girl says, "Where do you guys plan on meeting? Are you nervous at all?" Gypsy says, "At the movies. Mom is going with me, of course. So we'll have to. Well, the plan is Mom and I go to the theater. Nick will get there early. So I'll meet up with him in the lobby, take our first pick as a couple, then have our first kiss. Then I'll just say, 'Hey, Mom, I made a new friend. We traded phone numbers and now we're going to keep in touch.' And then I'll ask my mom's permission to court me. And then I'm betting she'll say okay, since he's respectable. Well, then he can visit more. And then he really, oh wait, and then he already, where's it at? I can't believe she thought that was going to work. Already bought the ring. I'm betting she'll say okay since he's respectable. Then he can visit more. Then he can visit more. Then he already does, I guess she was going to say. And then she says he already bought the ring. It's beautiful. She bought the ring, you guys, at Walmart. I seen the receipt and she showed it. So something in 2016. Proposal happens. I say yes. We plan marry. I think she meant we plan to marry. And we hope to buy land and live in a smaller home, but then live happily ever after. As for work, he and I started a jewelry business called Ruby Emerald Creations because I also make jewelry. I can't stop. What? That's the plan. Am I nervous? Yes. One, because I hope and pray my mother likes him. In the past, I told my mom something mean. I said, "I wish your mom was my mom," instead. That's why the mom doesn't like the girl. Not because she thinks that somebody said something about Gypsy. She said, "In the past, I told my mom something mean. I said, I wish your mom was my mom instead of my mom because Miss Amy let Aaliyah date anyone she wanted. So that hurt my mom." She just lies about so much, you guys. But I get it now. She only wants the best for me. But I wanted to warn whoever was starting. Oh, no. Stop it. Ready for this one? But I wanted to warn you, whoever was starting rumors said you got knocked up by a guy and you don't know who the baby's dad is. And that you used to call me Tard Girl. Like, that's why my mom and I distanced ourselves. I was too hurt for so long to talk to you again until now because I wanted to know the truth. Because I thought of you as like an older sister. And sure, I'm not pretty like you. Sure, boys don't flock to me. But one, I'm smarter than most give me credit for. And two, I thought we was pals. What? I just can't believe for years this rumor was a lie. It's just mind blowing. I want to apologize for not coming to talk to you sooner, sister. I don't think my mom will change her mind. Oh, that's the end. She said, "I don't think my mom will change her mind." What was that? What was that? What was that? So, what'd you guys think? That was a little much. I don't know. All right, I'm taking that off real quick. All right, there we go. You guys, that was a lot. And we're going 2 hours. I think I'm going to end it. Yeah, I'm ending it anyway. I'm tired. But thank you all for being here with me tonight. And thank you. I don't even know how to go through and thank everyone the way that I really would like to thank you. And then Birdie, on the next live, I owe you a dance. And I will give you one because I don't ever forget. You guys are amazing. When will I be on again? I'm definitely doing this one again. Like, I want to do the next part next. Like, I don't want to do somebody else and then come back. Oh my gosh, you guys, I was rubbing my eyes. I have like black makeup all over my face. Thank you. And thank you to my mods. I have the most amazing mods ever. So thank you. You guys are all amazing. Thank you, Miss Lucy, for coming by. Thank you to all of you that donated tonight. I am so appreciative. I can't even tell you. You guys made me cry, which I'm not surprised. I cry a lot. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love all of you. And maybe tomorrow I come on because we just should continue this. I'm like interested. And if not, I'm just going to be doing it by myself. So why not just do it together? Will you guys come tomorrow night? Hopefully I'll see you. Hi, Birdie. You'll be busy with Gypsy. People have been at it for 2 years and just scratched the surface. I literally just scratched the surface. I have so much to catch up on. All right, have a safe night, everyone. I'm invested as well. I wasn't at first. I'm just going to be honest. I wasn't as invested. I think I thought I saw like enough, and I'm like, okay, I know about the fact that like all this stuff. And I just wasn't that. So when all this stuff came out, I kind of was like, yeah, whatever. And then my daughter, Ava, was like, Mom, did you hear it? She said that like the teenagers call it, wait, what is it? I have to say his name first. Epstein, the Gypsy files. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, that's what they call it. Like us teenagers call it the Gypsy files. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, she's like, but you should get on it. She's like, Mom, I promise you. She's like, just watch one thing and you'll be hooked. And I was. So we're on this, you guys. And we have a lot to do on this. So hopefully I'll see you all here tomorrow at 9:00. Everybody put your thingies on. And thank you, everybody that subscribed tonight. I owe you big time. I literally was starting to get a little like discouraged. I almost took another class today. I was this close. I even said, if you get stuck, let me know because I don't want you to get stuck with the class. But now I'm thinking I just say thank you anyway. What do you guys think? I think so. Thank you guys so much. I'll be refreshing your page. Oh, I love you guys. Thank you for that. See, it's those things that really are going to help me. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, hopefully I earned your subscription tonight. And hopefully you'll come back with me again. Thank you all. Have a fabulous night. And you guys are amazing. And congratulations and welcome to all of the new people here and to everybody. We're going to have to do a members only live this week. So cuff you. We have to figure that out. That would be cool. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you.